Well, I was hoping, first off, I really liked her when I talked to her. I thought she was just a personality that would fit well with our staff and our team, our players. And, you know, when you have that, then the hurdles are easier to get over. And then, you know, so I don't know. I just had confidence that this was the right fit for her, you know. But I certainly saw the talent, though. You know, I mean, in the limited minutes she played, she was very effective, seemed to always be around the ball. And I saw her knock down 2 threes. You know, she would step out and shoot the 3, you know, and so here's a player that has that skill. You know, she grew up as a guard. And so that explains a lot of her offense. Yeah, she grew up, you know, she didn't grow till later, and so she grew up as a point guard and a wing, and then now got big, and now she's a post, and, you know, it's like, I'm left-handed, and I grew up playing infield, and then I got to high school, and all of a sudden I'm an outfielder, you know. Obviously not a first baseman, you know, and so baseball all of a sudden wasn't that fun for me, you know, 'cause I didn't want to play in the outfield. I wanted to be a part of it. I loved playing on the dirt, you know, and so then I didn't play baseball anymore, you know, and so same thing probably for her. You know, she goes in the post. I don't want to beat on people, and I don't want to elbow in my back, and I don't want to push other people. I don't want to touch anybody. I just want to shoot, you know, and that's Patricia, you know, and so we've really worked to make her more physical and more aggressive, and that explains her game in a lot of ways, you know, but she is competitive, and she loves blocking shots.
So my understanding is she played like 8 minutes a game. I mean, she played really limited minutes. So did her JUCO coach, when you said that's when I want to say you're crazy, you're wrong, take this scorer? Well,
we were recruiting both of them, you know, and then that other player wanted to stay close to home, and then Coach Eli wanted me to see her. You know, I'd seen her on film, but obviously not very much. Right. And then I got to watch them play 3 games at the national tournament last year, and so I got to see her 3 different times, even though it was limited. You know, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a great story. Like I said, the opportunity was right. I'm glad she's here.
Transitioning away from Patricia here, can you talk about what your goals were coming into this season, and then now through the season, has any of those goals changed?
Well, no. Our goal is to be the best team you can be, you know, every year, and you hope you win. And you know, we've talked about that. I didn't know if we could win this year. I didn't know if we would. I just wanted the team to take the next step forward and continue to be really competitive, and I hoped we could finish some of those games we were losing a year ago. You know, a year ago we proved that we could hang with teams. This year, though, we had so many new people, especially in the key position of our center spot. I had no idea how that position would come along, and I felt like that spot was going to make or break us. You know, well, we've gotten pretty good production from that position, especially on the defensive end, and because of that, I think we've been able to be in games, and now our guard play is, you know, a step better than it was a year ago, and now our guards are making plays down the stretch where, you know, a year ago we weren't able to because of fatigue, lack of experience, those type of things. You know, this year that's not an excuse, and we've been there, done that. We've seen it all, you know, so our guards are better. We're a little bit deeper, and our center spot is, you know, doing a similar job to what El Sarah gave us a year ago. So we're really happy with where we're at, and, you know, now, you know we are capable of finishing and winning, so certainly our expectation is to continue to do that.
In terms of just like closing out the season, I mean, what are you hoping for here, you know, with these last 2 games and then maybe into the tournament?
Yeah, I'd love to win them all. You know, I mean, we have a tough road, though. I mean, Colorado, Utah are great teams, especially on their home floor. Utah is playing very well. You know, having gone to Colorado and gotten a win in a tough place. Colorado draws really well, and it's going to be a tough game there. And, you know, then getting into the tournament, I mean, there's so many variables still, and anybody could finish anywhere still. And so I have no idea where we'll be there. But I hope we play our best basketball of the year. I think this team is at that point where we're capable of that. I love where our heads are. I love how tough we were the other day. And that gives me reason for optimism that we're going to finish really strong and be a postseason team. I don't know where, but we're going to get to keep playing, I hope.
Looking forward to the Utah game. You guys were able to kind of beat them handily here, but they played better recently. I mean, what do you look for in that matchup?
They are tough. I mean, they're very I mean, tough's the right word. They will play half court. They will lock you up. They'll control tempo. They're not deep, but I think depth is a little bit, in some ways, overrated. You know, everybody's been talking about UCLA and all their injuries and all this, and I watched the UCLA-Colorado game, and it was like they were, you know, a MASH unit or something. I'm like, well, everybody's plays 7. I mean, that's kind of what everybody does. Everybody plays 6 or 7, and if you play at the tempo Utah plays, with all the media timeouts we get, you don't need 10. You know, you can play 5 or 6. We've done it this year too, and so their 5 or 6 are really good. Their post play is really strong, and so they're physical, you know, and they will take the air out of the ball and you work the shot clock and make it, you know, limit possession. So it's going to be one of those, just a grind out game against them, and we need to be on top. We can't get behind against Utah like we did the other day, and so we need a focused effort from the beginning, you know. But their posts are really good, and they've got a great scorer. Rodriguez is really playing well right now. I watched all her clips from this weekend. She took it to Cal and Stanford both, and just made great one-on-one plays consistently throughout the 80 minutes from this past weekend.